How's it going, everybody? Welcome to No Stress Math. Today, I want to talk about some trigonometric identities and specifically some reciprocal identities. And as you can see, I have written them out right here. And I really want to focus on why, let's say, why is sine x cosecant x equal to 1? And usually, if you're in pre-calc or calc or whatever math class you're doing this in, they'll give you a rules sheet or a trig identity sheet, and it will have all of these identities on them. And they're just constant rules and they're always true, right? So I want to really dive into why this is equal to 1. And we're going to go through that, and I'm actually going to show an example on this unit circle here. And I'll actually make a video about the unit circle and of what all of these numbers mean and everything like that. But we're going to use the unit circle for an example. And it's actually a very simple concept. We usually go through problems, plugging in stuff. We see sine x, cosecant x, it's equal to 1. But we usually just don't understand why. So here, I'm going to really break it down. And actually here, let's bring this up and extend this. And we could bring this up here next to some of these identities. So when we're looking at a unit circle, so a reciprocal identity is, let's actually do this really quick. So let's look at the number 2. Well, what's the reciprocal of 2? We know that 2 is technically like 2 over 1, right? But the reciprocal of that is 1 over 2. If we just do the math here, we get 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. And this is exactly what's going on here and the rest of these. I want to show you on the unit circle on why this is true here. If you don't already know, we have cosine as our x right over here, and then we have sine as our y. And when we're looking at the unit circle, our x is, let's use a different color here. Our x is this section here, and then our y is here, which is our sine. So our sine is up and down, and our cosine is this way here. So let's also look at specifically this region right here. And this is 30 degrees at these coordinates, because cosine and sine are coordinates. And so when I ask, hey, look for sine at 30 degrees, what is that? Well, we have these two numbers to look at right here. And the y, which is your sine, is your 1/2. And then the cosine is your radical 3 over 2. So if we look at sine 30 degrees, I'm going to come down here. Sine of 30 degrees, it equals, it equals 1/2. And by definition, this is where kind of the reciprocal comes in. Cosecant, so if we come up here and look at this, cosecant is 1 over sine x. So this is kind of where this 1 is coming into play here. Cosecant, if we come down here, cosecant 30 is equal to, right here, 1 over sine x, which would be 1, because we have right here, your sine x is 1 over 1/2. And if we do the math for this right here, 1 over 1/2 is equal to 2. So if we actually get these, we have sine of 30 degrees times cosecant of 30 degrees is equal to these two numbers right here that we just got. So 1/2 times 2. So which is 1/2 times 2, which is the reciprocal. So then if we do the math here, we get our 2 over 2 is equal to 1. And that's exactly what's going on here. That's why the sine x is and cosecant x is equal to 1. So I kind of wanted to just show you guys exactly why it is, and have you guys visualize it. I know it's nothing super crazy important, but it's just good to understand kind of what's going on, and it just makes you a little bit more confident when you're doing these types of math problems. So I appreciate you guys, and thank you for sticking through the video. If you guys have any other suggestions, I would love to hear them in the comment section, and I can do my best to explain the reasons of certain things and why they are what they are. So thank you, and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.